I don't know how bad the audio on this thing is going to be, but I felt like making this video about Boogie2988. So at this point, I'm just done. I've been considering doing a video series on this person, and right now, I don't know if that would be a good idea, but if that's something that people would, if that's something people want to see, then let me know. I'll do it. But I'm tired of this shit. It's like it's this perpetual cycle of farming sympathy from people whilst refusing to do absolutely anything whatsoever to improve your quality of life. It's like, my finances are fucked, but I'm not gonna get a job. You know, I'm really fat, but I'm not gonna go on a diet. I have emotional instabilities, but I'm not gonna like change anything in my lifestyle that would actually improve my well-being. It's just incessant. It's nonstop. It's always somebody else's fault too. It's always like my mom and my dad were mean to me and they fucking abused me when I was a kid. It's like, dude, I went through abuse as a kid, all right? I went through a lot of shit. I went through depression, being abused, tons of shit. But at a certain point, you have to actually like get yourself out of that shit and make some difference. And if you're not going to do that, then hey, let me tell you this, the internet is not going to fix it for you. People are not just gonna like magically make you lose weight by feeling bad for you. If you're like this gargantuan blubbergumptious pile of flubber, then what you need to do is, at the very least, hey, maybe like remove Mountain Dew from your diet. I'm just sick and fucking tired of hearing this like whiny little fucking fat baby complaining about this shit online. And it doesn't have any, like, I don't mind him for the fact that he's fat. I don't give a shit about that. Like, I get along with fat people. I'm kind of fat myself. So, like, I don't mind that. It's just like the fact that it's constantly used as a means of gathering sympathy from other people and then using that as a way to get donations out of others. It's like, at a certain point, you just have to stop yourself and say, hey, you know what? I fucked up. Okay, I didn't take care of myself. I didn't take care of my finances. I can admit that. I've gone through my own shit. I've made mistakes. I've done stupid shit. But like, eventually, isn't there like a point down the road where you realize, like, hey, maybe it's not everybody else's fault. Maybe it's my fault. It's a bit like when Boogie talked. He bragged about being rich for a while because he made a fuck ton of money off crypto. And then the crypto market went to shit. And as soon as it did, you know what he did? He blamed this fictional, unspecified friend of his. Like, oh, you know, not pointing any fingers, not blaming anybody. This is my responsibility. I take ownership of this. But, you know, a friend of mine suggested that I made this kind of like investment and it didn't pan out. So therefore, you know, like, no, you should have looked into it. And even if somebody suggested to you, like, hey, you might want to look into investing into this, then you should know better than to just like blindly jump into it, especially when it revolves around hundreds of thousands of dollars, at least tens of thousands. And I guess like the thing that bothers me the most is the fact that this motherfucker had the gall, nay, not even the audacity, the fucking temerity to do this documentary. And in this documentary, he bitches and moans about the fact that he's going broke. But then in the documentary, he mentions spending $200,000 on prostitutes. Like, you don't get to spend almost $250,000 on paying attractive women to fuck you and then bitch about it online because it's like, oh, I don't have any money now. It's like, you made that choice. That's on you. And blaming mental health for that is fucking atrocious. It's inexcusable. No, this is not the result of you being mentally ill. This is the result of you being a fucking pervert. That's it. At least like own that. If you just owned it and said like, yeah, I have a sex addiction or something, then like at least I could have like some level of the benefit of the doubt and look at you and be like, okay, well maybe this person is just fucking sick in the head. But no, not even that. So I'm just done with it. Like it's this, like I said, this perpetual cycle of constant pity me. And then when people don't feel bad for you, you start bashing yourself as a means of gathering sympathy from people because you want to give people the impression that like, oh, you're so ill, you're so out of control that like, you know, you hate yourself. Well, if you fucking hate yourself, change something about it. Make a fucking difference. You know, get off your fucking ass, go for a walk, get some air, do something, get a job, go on a diet, anything. And you've had ample people coming to you with all kinds of advice and guidance, people who even offer to, like, in person help you out with this shit. And you're not going to do that. Instead, you're just going to have, like, you know, your couple of roommates, your enablers is what I'd call them, frankly. You're the people who enable you to do all of this abusive shit. And that's the thing too, like, Des is not going to stick around. Chad is not going to stick around. These fucking roommates you have, they're going to be gone. The moment the money runs out and you get evicted, that's it. They're fucking gone. If you want to actually, like, improve your quality of life, do that. Put some effort into it. My advice to you, Boogie, is just, like, quit the fucking internet, throw in the towel, and move on. Because I've had enough of this shit. I'm sick and fucking tired of like constantly watching this motherfucker try to garner sympathy for himself when he doesn't deserve it. He's like one of the least compassionate people on this fucking godforsaken earth. Fuck this motherfucker. So yeah, if you want to hear me talk more about that, let me know, I guess, because, like, I have quite a bit to say about it, evidently. Just felt like making this quick video, I guess. Also, I'm testing my new webcam. This is literally the first recording I've ever done on this new laptop that I bought with my money from my job. Boogie. Yeah. Get fucked, bitch. Yeah. Seriously, though, you just go fuck yourself.